Bonjour, Mary! Alright, so if you haven't figured it out yet, I have been spending the last couple of videos talking about the Hogwarts houses. And so I covered Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and that means it's time for Slytherin! Okay, I'm done. So Slytherin, if you haven't guessed by my exploding excitement, is my house. And I do recognize that there are both bad things and good things about Slytherin House, and I'm gonna discuss them. Now for my people examples, and to switch it up, I'm gonna start with the bad side of Slytherin, because it's the most obvious. And that goes Voldemort. He thought he was better than everyone else. He was pureblood, which he wasn't even, but he thought that pureblood were somehow entitled to something, and that because he was ambitious, he thought, well, I can rule the world. And that's just too much ambition, and that's just taking it too far. So now you're probably wondering, like, well, what could be good about, like, Slytherin? They just want to step on other people to make themselves grow higher. But that's not necessarily true. I want to pull your attention to Michaela de Prince. She's a ballerina, and I first learned about her in the documentary First Position about the Youth American Grand Prix. And she is one of the most beautiful dancers I've ever seen, and I think she's absolutely amazing. She was born in Africa, and she was orphaned by the war going on there, and then she was adopted by someone in, gosh golly, I don't remember where she was adopted. Norway, maybe? I think it was somewhere in Europe. But anyway, while she was in Africa, she found a clipping of a magazine with a ballerina in it. And so when she was adopted, she decided she wanted to be a ballerina because she thought the ballerina just looked so happy and so graceful and so beautiful. And then she did, and now she's dancing in a professional company. And she was the star of a documentary, and she did very well in the Youth American Grand Prix. I don't remember how well, though. And now she's living out her dream. People often say that, like, African American dancers tend to be, like, a bit more powerful and not quite as graceful, and they're not quite as flexible either. People told this to Michaela de Prince, and she also has, like, some sort of skin condition, and she's got, like, white splotches on her face, and so, like, people called her ugly and said she would never be beautiful, like, all her life. And so she turned herself into something that was extremely beautiful, and she is extremely graceful, and she's not the African American type dancer stereotype at all, and she's so amazing, and she would not be where she was today if there wasn't some Slytherin in her, if she didn't have the ambition and the drive to get there. She's quoted saying, like, people told her she couldn't do something, and so she decided to do it, and that's a very Slytherin thing to do, because you do think you can conquer the world, Voldemort. So without ambition, how can you get anywhere in life? So ambition can be dangerous because it can make you step on people and forget that people are people in order to achieve your ends. And a lot of times you justify your means by your ends, but sometimes it's what gets you to the top. It's what makes you it is what makes you great. Being able to take the cunning and the intelligence of Ravenclaw and combine it with the vigor and the drive of Gryffindor in order to make yourself something amazing and something beautiful. So let me know if you know of any real-life Slytherins and whether or not you think that being a Slytherin is good or if it's dangerous. Au revoir, sister.